Okay. Good day to everybody. It is the 19th of June 23, 12:55 to be exact, UK time. How are you all today? What are you all doing? Are you at work? Do you work at home? Are you cooking dinner right now? You getting ready for the rest of your day? What have you got planned? Okay, so this podcast is about being able to restart, replan, have a look at certain aspects of life and what would you like to change, adapt, restart, develop, analyze, look at. However, whatever it is for you, we are all looking at ways to prepare ourselves in a more, let's say, clearer way, because obviously there's a lot of different self-help advice on the internet, and all of it is all welcome and it's all supportive and all helpful. But be honest with yourself. Do you actually use the advice? Do you listen and not use the advice? Well, I guess you could do that with me right now. Use the advice and not listen. But like we all know, I'm procrastinating right now, which is something that I find difficult in life. I find procrastinating very difficult in life. And I know, it's not just me, it's other people as well. We all have a time where we really want to focus on one thing, and all of a sudden there's something else that comes up and it's like, oh, what's that? Oh, what's this? So I'm really here looking at ways and programs that will support me in not procrastinating and not finding everything exciting and not trying to do this, that, the other, and not finish a project. That is my problem right now. So I'm on this podcast and I'd like you to come with me on this journey to find ways to progress and succeed, and to find a way to get a at-home timetable that actually makes sense for you, something that makes sense for me, something that works, from the beginning of realizing that I need to schedule an actual daily routine that makes sense to me and my lifestyle, and also how I think. It's all right talking about lifestyles, but how does your body react to certain things? How does your body think? Well, my body thinks in highs and lows, and also I can really focus on finding details, but the bigger picture is something that I find difficult sometimes, having a bigger picture mindset. So the smaller things over the bigger things. So now I've walked around my house on my podcast, and this is what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can add an hour a day to get my podcast in, and I'll be able to talk with you guys, and we'll be able to discuss different methods and ways that we can all support each other at some point. I also want to talk about law of assumption, law of attraction, but first we've got to look at all looking at is in. First we have to look at exactly what it is that we want to achieve before we get into something else. I believe that when you start something, you have to at least progress in that thing that you started. That idea has to come to some kind of growth. It's not always about going on to the next thing all the time. Right now, in the space of social media and TikTok and followers and all that, the next thing, it's so quick. It's so fast. Everything's just so quick at your fingertips. You could be thinking about something in your mind, and this is where my procrastination comes to mind, where 1 minute I will be doing this, and then straight away I'm thinking about something else, and I want to go research that, and I want to go research that. I want to do this, I want to do everything. But really and truly, that's not realistic. So we have to look at things that are realistic, reasonable, and measurable for you as an individual. It's not about on a scale of what other people are doing. It's about what can you handle, what can you do for yourself, what makes sense for you, not a whole group of people. And if you are a parent or you have a house to look after, like me, I get very excited, and I want to paint, I want to garden, I want to do all of that. So for me right now, about finding balance and understanding and knowledge of what at this point in my life is going to work and what isn't going to work. You know? There are things that work and things don't work. Things like always accepting projects from people, project ideas from people that don't really work, don't really help. Because if you've got an idea or a project for yourself, stick with that. Stick with it and be successful in that idea, because if you're forever running down people's projects or saying yes to people, that's where you're going to get caught out. You're going to get caught out because you procrastinated and said yes to people. And that's where I'm at. That's what happens to me sometimes. Because being a freelancer, if you have not got your own project set out for you, other people will get you to do other things that maybe you haven't agreed to do it, or you have agreed to do it, or sometimes you don't quite know what the project's about. So get a schedule. Get yourself some stationery, and weekly, set your schedule on a weekly basis. From the minute you drop your child off to school, or from the minute you wake up in the morning, that will be for me around 4 o'clock. I wake up naturally, my body wakes up. So my schedule should be from 4 to 8. When I come back from school, it should be from 9:20 to 9:20 to, let's say, 11:30. Have a break from 11:30 till 12:30. There you go. And then after that, we'll be getting ready to go and get the child from school. So that day will be a day where I might be creating things, or I might be gardening, or I could be cleaning. So I need to create a cleaning schedule as well. A day where Wednesday, I love Wednesday cleaning day. I don't know what, but something about Wednesdays get me ready for the other half of the week. So it's like half of this week, then Wednesday's clean day, the next half of the week. So yeah, we're gonna look at things like skills and how to find your skill and who you are. Because a lot of times, if you are someone that's at home, we may forget who we are, or we may have not a lot of confidence. And I'm not talking about majority, I'm talking about some people that may find it hard to get off their heels and move forward. They may find it difficult. But the thing is, a lot of us have our own mindset, we have our skills, we have our beliefs. And when I say beliefs, I'm talking about beliefs within yourself. What do you believe to be true for yourself? Who do you believe to be? And what do you think is true and what is false? Where do you want to go? If you are wanting to go on holiday, you want to go abroad, you want to meet some different kinds of people, then that means that you have to find a way to create abundance for yourself, create money, get a job if you haven't got a job, or if you are self-employed, i.e., for example, myself, I am self-employed, but I'm not at this moment in time self-pushing. I'm not pushing myself towards where I need to be. And it's really important that you have a basic understanding of who you are, where you are currently right now at this moment in time, this second, while you're listening to me. Where are you? Who are you right now, this moment in time? Should get a book out and write all these things out. But where do I want to be tomorrow? Energy wise, physically wise, emotionally wise, financially wise. Where do I want to be tomorrow? Now I know that it may not be an overnight okay, hiccups, man. An overnight success story, but at the same time, if you are making progress today for tomorrow, that's a start for anybody. So if you think about where you want to be tomorrow, that definitely could be a motivation for you. So every day you could have this written down. Who am I currently right now, today? Write the date, write the time. You could write what you're wearing as a creative poetry prompt or something like that. And every single day you could reflect back on the day before, reflect back on the day before, reflect back on the day before, and so forth. And it's like a journal prompt. And it will get you to see the growth within yourself. What do you need to do? You may talk about your energy, your health, your financial situation, your wealth, maybe your cleanliness, your procrastination maybe, or your focus. Could talk about your education and motivation. Also, your future wants and needs, and all the things you have to do in order to get there. This process is not a quick process. It's a way that you you dive deep within your soul and within your body and within yourself, and you've got to tell yourself the truth. Don't lie to yourself, you know, because we're all, a person could be in a space where they don't want to be, and sometimes it just takes themselves to recognize what they're doing and what they're not doing. You have to recognize this within yourself. No one can tell you what to do, especially when you're an adult. You have to do it for yourself, you know. You have to recognize yourself and pull yourself up and realize that you can do better. You must do better. You must change the course of nature and create different paths and vibes and memories for yourself. And if you've got children, you're making memories for them as well. It's not just you and yourself, it's for you and your children, you know. No, expect the things to be the same all the time, but that's not real. It's not realistic. It's not real. It's very unrealistic, and all that holding on to things, it's false. It's not real. It's false. Because at the end of the day, every single day there's something that changes. The earth changes. You know, finances change. Your kids grow up. We're all getting older. Things carry on. So to be wanting to hold on to things and stay the same is a big delusion, and it's a big false reality and narrative that a lot of people have held on to, and we are not in control of the next phase in our life, but we can be a part of the control of what's coming in our lives, the next chapter. Bear with me, but if you understand, you understand. You know, we have to let go of trying to hold on to what we have and allow the current to grow and allow ourselves to learn new things and new skills for ourselves. Because if you work for yourself, then you are your own manager. You are your own boss. You are your financial manager. You're everything. That's who you are. You know, you all of that. You can't really expect other people. You can't expect to rely on other people to give you money all the time or opportunities all the time. When that can truly come from you, your ideas must be amazing and they will blow up, and people will come and buy things from you and do business with you and all that. They will do it because it's you, you know. So we will talk about marketing and businesses and identity in business and leadership management and different styles and who are you in a business setting. Say, who are you in this setting? Who are you in that setting? We wear so much hats. We wear 1,000 different hats. You don't even realise when you're putting a different hat on that, okay, this is another hat. I'm putting that hat on today because I'm with that person, or I'm doing a business meeting today, I'm putting this hat on. There's that hat to go on. And look, listen, we switch up all the time, and we've got to allow ourselves to as well. We've got to allow ourselves to analyse ourselves. Like I said earlier, we've got to analyse ourselves, realise ourselves. Who do you want to be? Who are you right now? What does it take for you to achieve that level and idea of where you need to be? What beliefs do you need to drop and let go of? Because a lot of the times it is our beliefs that are holding you back. it's a belief of a lot of things that hold us in captivity. Yes, I'm in my kitchen and I'm tidying up at this moment in time, so this is kind of part of the podcast and what I'd like it to be, where I'm there talking to you on the podcast and I'm getting on with my daily routine, or I'm doing a client's nails and we're just talking and it just goes live on my podcast. So I just want to be able to do what I'm doing as well as doing everything that I need to do, that I want to do in my life, and carry on doing it. Because what's life when you can't multitask? You know? I tend to go from subject to subject and this thing to that thing. So we're going to get some more writing, scripting, a bit more creating in this, and I write a script sometimes, not all the time because I've got a lot of things to do, so we do some research and we go from there. But I guess when we have conversations with our friends, sometimes we get so excited that we end up talking about something else, and I want to keep this as natural as possible and as real as possible as well. This podcast has space for diversity and it has a space for my voice. 1 second. I'm trying to get some coffee because it's coffee time for me. But I need to clean up as well. But yeah. There's a lot of things that we're going to discuss on this, and especially talking about saving money and creating abundance for your children, and also creating memories. Because at the end of the day, it's alright making money and wanting to be rich and wanting to have material stuff, but don't forget, if you have children and you're around them and they're in your life, you don't want them to just see you making money all the time. You want to enjoy your children and enjoy your time, because the children grow old, they get older, they grow up. We can't control that. We have no control over age and over the memories that we make with our children and the things that we miss out with them, you know. So for me, this year it is about this other side of the year. It is about making money, but it's about creating memories with my child. Why do I want money? Because it takes money to create memories. Not all the time, but certain things you want to do, like go to theme park or the beach, you want to go to a restaurant, trips, days out and stuff like that, they cost money. Them things cost money. So I really need to look at what is my motivation. Why do I, obviously we need to earn money to pay the bills, to buy clothes, to buy food and stuff like that, but what is my motivation? That is a basic motivation. So when you're looking at your motivations, you do have a basic motivator, a natural motivator, a basic motivator, an actual motivator. There's all different types of motivation that we are going to look into and analyze all of these different aspects and break them down and see where or what can help you in your situations. And also, whilst helping you, I'm helping myself, because the knowledge is best shared, and experiences and all that is amazing. It's awesome.
Uprooted artist with some rants, some poetry. We talk about real life matters. We rant about some things that don't matter. The artist, uprooted artist, creativity has no limitation. We're grounded, we're rooted, uprooted, uplifted. Uprooted Artists podcast. We talk to other artists and other people. Let's bring them all in. Let's hear and share. We laugh, we cry, we sing, and we dance.
Thank you all. So I have got lots of homework to do now that I'm going to bring forth to this podcast, and we're going to go from there. Hopefully this podcast will be archived and be useful to a lot of people. So bye for now. 122. Bye.